What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. We are playing Alchemy again today, and I am bringing you guys a red-black sacrifice deck. In the previous video, we played the green-black version we had built. Kind of got green-black down in a couple different ways, and figured out that Golgari is good. So after playing around with a bunch of different colors quite a bit, it's pretty obvious that the other viable color is red. Okay, so we're diving into red here, and we're going to test this one, see how this does against the meta. Red gives us some pretty unique tools, which I'm pretty excited for, so let's jump into it. If you didn't watch the last video, or you haven't been paying attention to what's going on in Magic, in the Alchemy format, there's a deck floating around kind of focused around this Sanguine Brushstroke here. And this says that when Sanguine Brushstroke enters the battlefield, create a blood token and conjure a blood artist. And then whenever you sacrifice a blood token, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. And then blood artist obviously drains your opponent and makes you gain a life whenever creatures die too. So what's cool about this deck going into red is that we get to make blood tokens a lot better. So in the previous versions, we weren't, the blood tokens were there, but it wasn't the main focus of the deck. In this version, you have the ability to make both sort of effects the main focus. So we're focusing on the blood token generation, sacrificing those blood tokens, as well as sacrificing and killing creatures. So it's pretty cool. The other drain and gain pair we have here is Meathook Massacre. So that's the other sort of combo piece we have in the deck here. But what's kind of interesting about this build, or going into red, is that we have a lot of these vampires that generate blood tokens. So right in the 1-drop slot here, a pretty interesting choice. Voldaren Epicure says when it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each opponent, and then you create a blood token, okay? And then we go into the 2-drop slot here. We have Voldaren Bloodcaster, one of the key cards of this deck, I would say, because whenever another creature, a non-token creature you control dies, you get to create a blood token. And then if you control 5 or more blood tokens, you get to transform Voldaren Bloodcaster, and then she gets to make a 2/2 bat with haste out of a blood token every turn, which is pretty good. So that flip side of this is actually kind of part of our strategy in this version of the build. And then we go down to our other 2-drop in Blood Tithe Harvester. When Blood Tithe Harvester enters the battlefield, you create a blood token. And then you can sacrifice Blood Tithe Harvester, and then a target creature gets -X until end of turn, where X is twice the number of blood tokens you control. Unfortunately, you can only activate it as a sorcery. That's really the biggest downside of this card. But otherwise, it is a very good removal spell. In fact, it's the only targeted removal spell that we have in the deck. And it can take down big things, which is quite good. Sorcery speed is a little annoying, but it's on a 3/2 body, so kind of an aggressive creature for a 2-drop 2 can get in and do some damage. And then you're also, getting those triggers. You get that blood token on entry, and then you're going to get that sacrifice trigger on either Meathook Massacre or the Blood Artist as well, which is pretty cool. The last sort of blood synergy guy we got here is Anji, Maid of Dishonor, a 4-drop legendary vampire, and when it or other vampires enter the token or enter the battlefield under your control, you get to create a blood token, and then that ability only triggers once each turn, unfortunately. But for 2 mana, we get to sacrifice another creature or a blood token, and then each opponent loses 2 life and we gain 2 life. So kind of slots right into our theme here of what's going on. And just by chance, we happen to be running quite a few vampires. We got 4 in the 1-drop slot, 8 in the 2-drop slot. Blood Artist is a vampire as well. And then Immerstrom Predator on our top end is also a vampire in addition to Anji here. So Those are the vampires, the blood-making vampires in the deck. Let's talk about some of the other card choices here. Our other 1-drop is going to be Cursebound Witch. It's kind of a toss-up between this and Eye Twitch. Honestly, Cursebound Witch just gets better stuff than Eye Twitch does. However, Eye Twitch does block flyers. So there's a trade-off. I'm not sure which one is totally better, but I'm leaning towards the Cursebound Witch. We'll just have to see how much it comes up in gameplay, Eye Twitch being able to block flyers and whatnot. Deadly Dispute, obviously a star of the show here. Being able to sacrifice those blood tokens or a creature is a big game. Talked about everyone else in that slot there. Then we got the Fell Stinger, obviously, to sacrifice creatures and draw cards. And then the other big daddy of the deck here is Aghanim's Awakening. Aghanim's Awakening is a very good card in this deck. We have a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, and 4-drop creatures in this deck. This card does everything we want it to. Since we're sacrificing all of our creatures, we want to get them back in one sweeping motion, which can be quite devastating for the opponent. And then we got the Immerstum Predator on the top end as well with Anji. And so Immerstum Predator is so good because it's an instant speed free sacrifice outlet and just a beast of a card to get rid of on the board. So quite good, usually better than Anji, but not always. Anji's effect, if I'm saying that right, I don't know if I am, but it doesn't really matter. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anji's effect is quite good, but we got to be kind of set up properly for that to work. Where Immerstum Predator is just a little better just on its own with one other creature on the board. Then we go to the 5-drop here, and we are just running 2 Burn Down the House. This is another big reason to run red. We get Burn Down the House, 5-mana sweeper, pretty much kills everything in the format unless the clerics are pumped up by the stupid angel too much, or the big 6-drop dragon. This doesn't kill it either, but you know, there's limitations in all the colors that we're running, but overall Burn Down the House is a fantastic sweeper. And then it's so flexible because it can give us 3 of these red devils that when they die, they deal 1 damage to any target too. So it's kind of the exact same. I mean, we want that effect in our deck already as well, so it just slots right in perfectly. So the mana base is pretty clean here. Get to run 2 of each of the creature lands in this color, and then we shouldn't have any mana problems. We get Forsaken Crossroads in Alchemy here, so that's a pretty big game for fixing mana. This is just a best of 1 deck. You could play this in best of 3, but I do not have a sideboard built, so I play mostly just best of 1. So let's hop into some gameplay and see how we do here. Okay, we get to go first here. This hand looks good enough. Let's drop this Forsaken Crossroads on black and scry into another land. Then we can save our Aghanims. Yeah, why not? Need to draw some more action, but keeping these Aghanims around is pretty good. The Blood Artist is usually a prime target. I think that we're going to play that. Oops, I meant to play that on black, but we'll slip up there. Against blue-white control here, maybe. Okay. Pretty bad matchup for us, in all honesty. Let's see if we get Jwari'd here. Yep. So resolving this next one is going to be key. Looks like we're walking into a divide here, perhaps. But let's not get Jwari'd again. We're going to play this out. They play these until they run out of things to run out of answers. Another divide by 0. Reduced memory. Okay, got a harvester out there. I need to sweep the board here. They got it. They got the purge at least. Probably would have rather seen. Why can I not think? The sweeper. More land. Okay. Obviously not great, but we can get both of these out. Okay, so they can't remove the enchantments really, but Divine Purge is kind of busted because it just sweeps up all of our blood tokens as well. So that's no fun. Maybe they'll readjust this card to take out the... and then they're going to purge here. They don't purge. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. We want to sweep our own board. Depends on what they have. So, if they had Divine Purge, they would have played it last turn, right? Or do they want to play it again, is the question. That's the question, right? So... unfortunately, I can't meat hook because I want to save this Aghanim's Awakening. So I'd almost want to play the Bloodcaster out, meat hook on one, and then this does nothing, right? So I'm better off actually just playing the Harvester here, because at least I get a blood token out of it. Okay. Puts that in our hand. So we could actually discard that, which is pretty good for us. Potentially, they just don't have that much. We got to watch out for... they're probably going to cast that 6 mana instant that seeks 3 non-land cards and puts them in their hand. I think we're going to use some blood tokens here. Okay, Doomscar it is. That's fine. Lots of triggers. Okay, so they're holding up like a Jwari or something. We don't want that Hive either. It's just not really... I mean, it is good against them. It's a little slow, though. I could eat my words on that one. So we can't Jwari... we don't even have a 1-drop, so we would just be getting back a Blood Artist at this point. I think I will. Since we drew another. I'm gonna just get back the Blood Tithe Harvester. Now I wish that I had that that Hive. What a jerk. Well, we get a redraw at the very least here. Just more land. Fantastic. Just what we needed. Okay, enough land, please. We got 24 lands, including the Aghanim's Awakening, so just 20 regular lands. Flooding out here. Seagate Restoration. Okay, got it. Not that scary, to be honest. Okay. There's nothing they can do about this. We probably know we have a deadly dispute at this point, but we gotta just try to play around their counter spells here. I want to try to get in some attacks with the Voldaire and Bloodcaster. Faithful Absence, is that something that we want to let happen? Yeah, I mean, we get a redraw anyway, so they lose a life. We get a blood token. Got another Bloodcaster, awesome. There's a Den too. What do they got? Nothing? Okay. They scoop it up. They don't have anything to deal with it. Awesome. Well, it took down blue-white control. It was kind of a shaky match, but I'll take it. All right, we are on the play against Joran here. Our hand looks pretty decent. Let's play this on red. Another Bloodcaster. They're pretty good, but yeah, I mean, let's go aggro. Whatever. They're trying to mill us. Okay. So let's pay this. We're going to get the Blood Tide Harvester down here. We're getting in some damage. That's worst case scenario. Mill is still for scrubs. Okay. Very good cards. Yeah, okay. Sure, dude. Makes total sense. I'm not playing against this. All right, we're on the play again. This hand is... If we draw another black source, it's pretty good. If not, it's not. We'll get one, right? Use that blood token to find one as well, which looks like we're gonna have to. What are we dumping? Potentially a meat hook. That was not good. Not good at all. Mana Screw is no fun. Especially against this stack, we gotta kind of maintain our tempo to keep up with them. They gain a lot of life, their creatures get really big. Okay. Okay, Deadly Dispute is decent. Can help us find some lands. I think we just do it now, right? And we'll do it on our blood token. Not doing anything for us right now. Well, sometimes you just can't win because the shuffler decides that it doesn't want you to. Have a gaze, my friend. At whatever you'd like, it's yours. They're all uncastable. I'd maybe just take the Blood Tithe Harvester because it's the only thing I can cast. There's no way we draw any lands this game, right? Yeah. Hey, yeah, more big creatures. This'll work though, right? Has to work. Guys, where are the lands? Where are the lands, guys? 16 cards in. Nice. All right. Burn down the house. I swear I put lands in this deck. How have they not gained any life yet? You're doing a bad job. That's right. Stonewall you. Hey, look who decided to show up. We went first too, so it's gonna come in tapped. Black, please. You're not a land. Go away. Do I attack? It's pretty aggressive, but they gain a lot of life. So if they have another Skyclave apparition, we're pretty much dead, right? Do they want to give us back our other Blood Tithe Harvester? Okay. They were thinking about it. If they have another Skyclave apparition, but I mean, we're not going to... Yeah, we're not going to win. When they got captains and stuff, they can start throwing out. You know, their angels are going to become... They're going to... Yeah, you know, they've got two of these. There they go. Full swing. Okay, I'll block there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have to chump block. I mean, I don't even know why I'm still playing this game because we can't even. If we could burn on this or burn down the house this turn, but yeah, I mean, we still aren't drawing lands at all. Let's see if there's any lands anywhere. Are there lands in this deck? It doesn't really seem like it. Well, that is a land. We will... Oh, hey, I wanted to kill myself. Screw you. I'm going home. Okay, so we're on the draw. Our hand is really slow. But it's pretty good. Give it a go. After the last game, I'm just happy that I have any lands in my hand. Oh, ramp action there. All right, so who would we rather sack here? The treasure? I mean, the blood token, probably. Pack leader. His bird down the house should be good. We just got to hit lands, which seems to be challenging for this deck. Okay, please not this again. It's even like the same. The double burn down the house, we know that's bad luck if that happens. So good, we hit a land. That's great. We're gonna go ahead and play this Cursebound Witch out. Cursebound Witch out. You know, I probably wanted to use burn down the house next turn, to be honest. So maybe I should have just Deadly Disputed there. I was just excited that we made our land drop. Mistakes were made. We'll have to recover. If they had that hasty Uvenwald Charger, that'd be pretty bad. Okay, it's not as bad. Double attacks? Well, that's a block, right? You got a snakeskin veil? You gonna blow us out of the water here? You can if you want. Totally up to you. Curse of Leeches. Sure. I like it a lot. Say bye-bye to your creature. Yeah. And it rains treasure on us. All right. Now our deck can start doing stuff. Don't really have any vampires to play. Tempted to just play out that Curse of Leeches, but let's get this. Let's get Daddy online. Daddy has a big butt for blocking. You can make it a 4, so not big enough. The layer. That's not what you want to do. Oh, he's got a fight spell? Nope. Just an oops. Okay. No fight spell, just an oops. Bellstinger can sack itself, I suppose. It's not great. Get that on black. We want to scry. Let's indeed scry. Oh, shoot. That's not what I want to do. Curse-Bound Witch is a good target for Fellstinger. So I could do that. We already, so I wanted to do that untap. Shucks. Okay. Let's chill. Anji's holding down the house. Been a long day. I'm tired. I'm not playing very well. Big old pup. Into what I assume is another snakeskin veil in their hands. Sure, playing like it. Awkward moment where we don't get any blood token triggers here because none of these are vampires. There is potentially I just sweep the board with Meat Hook Massacre there too, but nothing all that scary. What else we getting here? That. Let's just chill. Really no reason to get aggressive here. We're in a really good position. Do it. Hey, they chilled and did nothing. So now we got some stuff to do. I think we're gonna start making some attacks here, right? See what they do. So they're probably going to block the Anji and then do a Snakeskin Veil on the Hydra. Or not. Okay, Snakeskin Veil there. So we can Deadly Dispute this or sack it and do some damage. Sack it. Play this Curse of Scarabs on them too. Scry. Bloodcaster is great. Draw some cards. Everything's looking pretty good. Not really sure what they're thinking here. I mean, yeah, we'll take your Faceless Haven out. Why not? Okay, so Bloodcaster. Or Blood Tithe Harvester. That's 2 blood. Bloodcaster. Could play that Meat Hook Massacre on 0 if we wanted to, but let's do this. Actually, matter of fact, let's use Anji's effect. Now we get to make some hasty bats. And start swinging. They're looking pretty dead. Kind of a cool game. I mean, that burn down the house just decimated them. They didn't really recover from that at all. They're looking pretty dead here. Cool. Took down mono green. All right, we get to go first here. Hand looks pretty good. No one drop, but that's okay. Let's get that on red. Or crossroads. I mean, it's pretty awkward, right? But does get us there? Nah, we're not. Too slow. All right, let's play aggressive creature. Get in with our beats. Our beats by Gray. We're gonna shock. So, yeah. Potentially, I just want to get like the Predator down next turn instead. That brushstroke is fantastic. That's a toss-up because a little awkward here with because now we missed playing the brushstroke on 3. We gotta assume that they probably have. Okay, I wasn't expecting that, but I was gonna say a Meat Hook Massacre of their own. But I like just getting a brushstroke down here. No need to shock ourselves here because none of these cards are quite that good yet. Predator really needs someone online on the board, and then Anji, you kind of want more mana with it, or some more vampires. Okay, that thing is going to mess our day up. So we have to figure out how to not let that thing kill us. Any ideas? Because whenever we cast spell, it gives us a blood token. And obviously that seems great, but it just has to be Predator. I mean, potentially I was supposed to play the other brushstroke here, but I think we're going to discard Anji, whatever. Okay, so the Vanishing Verse on... Okay, another Predator. Oh god. Take 9. Are we taking 9? Seems absurd, right? They have a removal spell too? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Okay, so that's good information that they don't have that removal spell. Okay, so we could wipe out that Nighthawk with the Meat Hook Massacre, but... We're really getting rid of the other Predator. I think we have to. Interesting. Got 2 drops. Are we really casting this next turn? I don't think so. We could play it as a land. I mean, are we trying to get up to 6 to kill that? I don't even know if we're trying to do that either. But I don't think we're trying to meat hook either, to be honest. Okay, Fellstinger was a card. Fellstinger was a card. I have no idea how to play that. That was probably wrong, though. Hey, who's swinging? They're swinging with the Scavenger, which is crazy to me. They didn't have a removal spell last turn, so, I mean, are they going to have one this turn? Okay, we take a big hit there. They have another. And another. Got it. Okay, can I get my Meat Hook Massacre back? This card's too slow. It has Summoning Sickness here. This Fellstinger is going to do too much damage to ourselves. If we play both, then this thing for sure kills us next turn, right? Man, this is tough, huh? Because I'd really like to keep this around to kill something, but I think we got to do this and then just start cycling through. So actually, oh, fuck me. Give me a timer. And now I can't even... Son of a bitch. Yeah, I can still activate the Hive, actually, on sneak mode. If I don't use any more of those blood tokens. Okay, we're alive, but not for long. But not for long. How do we get out of this? Did we go first? God, I've massively misplayed every step of this thing. How do we get cards out of our graveyard? Okay, so... Target card from a graveyard. So if we block, sack, get rid of something, there's a potential that we live. Right? And then we could kill the other one. So we gotta get something down because that stupid timer is just working against us here. And then let's do this. We're going to say no to the sacrifice. And then we're going to keep this land and not attack. Okay. Swinging with the crew here. Okay, so you go here. We want to keep you around, so you go here. Block. I got to figure out what to get out of the graveyard. Is there... I can get that Meat Hook Massacre out of the graveyard, and then that should do it, right? You. Let's go to your graveyard. Get that Massacre out. Shrink those guys, and we live to see another day. Are you coming back? Are we coming back? Smells like a comeback, baby. You go to the bin. Oh, yeah. Smells like a comeback. We will take... you. Oh my god. The hive seems great. And the turn? What do you got? You want to swing for one? Be my guest. Oh my sweet lord. We are really doing it here. And then they cannot get these back. Wow, Immersturm Predator coming in hot here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 we could do there. I feel like Deadly Disputing right now on a blood token. Let's go ahead. I'm not sure if we went first or not, but okay, we did. So I like that card. I also like this. And that smells like a comeback. We could sack these two. It's not quite enough damage yet, but the Predator. Humiliate target is their hand. Yep. Okay. So they get our Deadly Dispute. I'll block there. And we did it. Crawled back from 1 life after probably a few major missteps. But that Blood Veil, wherever he is, Purveyor. You don't... It's Blood Vial Purveyor. Don't see this card often, and pretty spooky against us. But we got through it. That was pretty fun. Cool. Let's keep playing. All right, we get to go first again. This hand is looking pretty rough. We're gonna have to ship it. No red, man. Okay. My soul is black. I mean, what are we doing here? God, we're going for... Okay. Actually a much better hand than anything we've had yet. Put on black and scry. 3rd land, sure. We need it eventually. Got a lot of work to do here, though. I Twitch. Do they want to trade both? I suppose I should have played the Bloodcaster out first. So thankfully we can take care of their Blood Artist here. We're gonna lose a little life, but right. That Felstinger was the perfect draw. Land. We could get a land. Curse of Leeches. Not bad. Hold back our Bloodcaster. We're trying to get up to that 5 blood. In the mirror here. We don't have those cards. So sweeping the board is interesting. Meat hook on 1. Meat hook on 2. And just like reset. Then we have 5 and we can play another one. Another turn? Tough. Let's start here. Double block. Okay, gotta gain some life back here. They're saving their blood, which makes me think they have another Sanguine Brushstroke, which would be pretty awful. Pretty bad for us too. Why couldn't they just play out the pest summoning? Okay. All 3 meat hooks in the hand. Yeah. Like, obviously, I would like to keep my Bloodcaster around and my blood tokens around, but I'd also like to kill their Blood Artist. mean, we gotta get down eventually, right? Here comes Deadly Dispute. Okay, not. So we get that 5th blood, so we can start getting bats next turn. And then at least we have a Meat Hook Massacre down to kind of like negate any... Okay, that's interesting that they did it like that. I suppose that's what they want to be doing, though. Definitely have the advantage here. That Malda 4 was tough. Okay. Like, why are you playing that in your mono black deck? This card just doesn't slot into any deck, guys. Taking the 3, so they want to use another Deadly Dispute. Wish we had one. Why didn't this flip? Whenever you create a blood token, that sucks. Okay, I didn't read that part of it. There's a real card. Yeah, dude, I get it. You drew well. Nice. Okay. For 2? I really want it for 3, though. Get that Fell Singer. We just wipe the board again? No chances we're dead next turn. Great. Must be nice. Like meat hook on 2. They're doing it. They are doing it. Okay, we're dead because yeah, we're dead. Create a treasure and don't kill our Bloodcaster. Okay. 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 We kind of need to hit an untapped land, right? I don't know if I should attack with the bat, but I mean, this game was over anyway. They haven't been playing well though, so maybe they won't see the win here. So they got the hive. Nine damage and blood. We can sack an Immerstrom Predator. Immerstrom. Yep. Okay. If they don't beat us, then they're officially the worst player ever. Uh-huh. How did the triggers stack, though? I think that mine resolved first. It's their turn. Now I'll just use your Witch's Oven.